What's up, everybody? Waiting on y'all to get in here. Everything that's going on in the world. I want to ask you some conspiracy questions. So, what's up? What's up, everybody? Answering some live conspiracy questions. Anything you got on your mind, you want to know, you want to talk about it. Let's go. Uh, no, Kato. I don't think TikTok should be banned. The government's basically trying to say that the Chinese are using TikTok to spy on us because they get a lot of our personal information, but they're only doing what our actual government is doing to us. But our government doesn't want anybody else doing it. We're more likely to get affected by our government than than the Chinese government. And TikTok being banned TikTok has become a career for a lot of young people. So if it was to get banned, it would hurt a lot of them. But personally, no, I don't think it should get banned. I think it's more of just between a lot of tension between the U.S. and China. Trump is the Antichrist. You say Trump is the Antichrist? Why do you say that? I'm not a big Trump fan, but I'm curious to know why. I've heard that before too. It's not the first time I've heard that. But, it could be true. He could be. But it's so much going on in the world right now. You know, it's crazy how secretive our governments and the elites of the world can be. Us regular people, people in the public eye, it's a lot of things we don't know, and they don't tell us. They hide so much from us, and it's not even fair. The everyday people, the middle class, the working people that keep the country afloat don't know anything. They keep us out of the loop with everything. At some point, they got to be fair, and they got to start keeping us in the loop. What's up, Ray? I like that one, Ray. I like that one. That was a good little laugh for me. He said he fits all the biblical references and Antichrist and stuff and goes to God. Like, yeah, I guess that's actually a good answer. I can respect that. I can definitely see why you say that. Like I tell a lot of people, the Bible is, I don't really talk about religion too much because I know a lot of my subscribers are probably very religious. I don't want to, steer anybody away, but, a lot of times I like to tell the truth. And, a lot of people don't want to hear it. Some people may get offended. Some people may take it offensive. So, that's why I don't talk about the Bible much. But I do have, I have videos I do want to make about the Bible and what the truth behind it and who actually wrote the Bible. And a lot of people feel like the Bible does predict things, but that's only because the elites that control the world force all the world leaders to abide by what's going on in the Bible, and they force them to make the things that are put in the Bible actually come true. How soon do you think they're gonna force the vaccine on? Oh, the vaccine's gonna be here by the beginning of next year. I can tell you that now. And they're gonna force it on us. They're gonna make it. I've heard from some personal sources they're gonna make it mandatory for kids to have the vaccine to go back to school, and certain jobs will require you to have vaccines, the coronavirus vaccine. And that's not fair to the people that's never had the coronavirus, or not even fair to the people that's not even affected by it anymore. But they're going to force that vaccine on us. Even, I believe it was Kanye West himself said they're going to try to microchip us with the mark of the beast. It's so much, but that vaccine's going to come out way too quick. way too quick, and I believe the side effects from the vaccine is going to be terrible, very, very terrible, and it's going to have a huge effect on some people more than others, but it's going to have a bad side effect that you can't get rid of. I don't agree with it, and I'm telling you guys now, I wouldn't suggest anybody to get the vaccine unless you're absolutely 100%, you know, you're on your deathbed and you feel like, hey, what do I have to lose? But I don't suggest the vaccine for nobody. I wouldn't. They're rushing it. It's going to be the fastest vaccine ever made in history, and the fastest previously before was like 5 years. So we're going to get a vaccine in barely a full year. That's the new record. Hey, what's up, Dominique? How you doing, man? You know, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to say what's gonna be in it. Thanks, Dominique. I appreciate you subscribing, man. Yeah, I try to communicate with all my subscribers as much as I can. But I appreciate, if it's not for you guys, I would be nowhere, and I always keep that in my mind. So thank you again, man. Even if you agree or disagree with me, I'll never get upset. But I appreciate your support, man. But the vaccine, I don't want to say what's going to be in it because I'm not too sure. But I do have a couple sources that have been telling me some things. But I'm gonna wait till I really can confirm it. But it's gonna have like bad side effects with I believe it's gonna weaken your bones. Autism's it's for kids. It's gonna cause a lot of autism for younger kids. I believe it's gonna also mess up your sight. Now, don't quote me on this, but this is just based off what I've heard and what I know. These are the few things that I feel like that is gonna be the side effects that they rush and they're not gonna tell us, because these vaccines they're skipping processes to force this vaccine out. And when they skip process, that means the process they're skipping is the side effect, the long-term side effect. So remember that when you think to get the vaccine. The majority wants to kill off black people with this vaccine because they know black people have a powerful, strong DNA. I do believe they do want to kill black people. Not just black people, but I believe they want to kill the majority of black people with this vaccine. And that's why they try to say, you know, the black population has the highest numbers. And what I mean by that, they're saying that even though it may not be true, because no one actually knows, because the numbers they're padded. They're going to force a lot of black people to run to get the vaccine when it comes out. And it's going to be some very bad side effects, like I was just saying before. And therefore, we have a lot of deaths in the black community, lowering the population. And as you know, in Africa already, the whole continent of Africa, they're trying to basically use them as test dummies for the vaccine, because they feel like they're less of people than anybody else in the world, which is not fair. And they should all be treated the same. Hey, Jessica, how you doing, Jessica? I'm sorry, I just seen it. No, Kanye West would not win the election. He definitely won't win the election, especially not this year. Maybe in the future, but this election he won't win. If anything, he'll just help Donald Trump win, because he's going to take a lot of votes away from Joe Biden. But he will not win the election because he's not, you know, he does have a big fan base, but a lot of his fans don't vote because they're younger, and you know, just a lot of black people in general don't register to vote. He needs more than just a black vote to win. I mean, he does have a lot of, you know, other fans, white people, you know, Hispanics or whatever, but they're not going to vote for him. They're gonna stick with their, you know, what they're comfortable with. Well, you have an option to not take the vaccine. Yes, you have an option not to take a vaccine, but it's going to be so many things that require the vaccine to the point where you're going to feel like, dang, I got to go get the vaccine. Imagine you trying to go apply for a job you got a degree for, and they tell you, have you been vaccinated with the coronavirus vaccine? And then if you say no, they're like, well, in order for you to work here, you have to have that vaccine. Or you get accepted into a college, and the college will only accept you if you have the vaccine. You know, it's already, certain shots, and there's certain shots and things you have to get in order to go to school already. And there are ways around it at birth. Your parents can get papers and certain things that will get you to bypass that. But at this stage in your life, is either you get it or you don't. And if you don't, you're not going to be accepted in a lot of places. They'll probably make it to where you have to, in order for you to go to certain like Disneyland and things like that, you need to have this vaccine. They're going to find a way to force it on the majority of the people. They're going to find a way. Just what you mean, AC hat? And what do you think? When the vaccine comes out, for me, I won't take it. I refuse to take it, and I will not let my kids take it. I just won't do it. It's not gonna happen. No matter what they say or whatever they tell me, I'm not taking that vaccine. I know for a fact it's not healthy for us, and that's why I keep preaching to my subscribers to not get this vaccine unless you're on your deathbed and you have no other choice. A lot of people that get COVID-19, 99% of people are able to fight it off. If we probably had it. It's probably about a good 40% of people that had coronavirus and never got tested, and their body just fought it off, and they didn't even know they had it. So we can actually fight this virus off. But that vaccine is going to be used to weaken us. People of color and just the general population in general is going to be used to weaken us. Because like I tell you guys all the time, the elites like to be in control. And what I mean by control, they want to control the public, they want to control the people. We are the people. And once they start losing control of us, they come out with ways to, to get us back where they want us to, so they can have that complete control and dominance. And that we can't keep allowing that. But I'm always going to tell my subscribers, do not get that vaccine. I just know so much about it and so many flaws in it. The long side effects are going to be atrocious. Yeah, I've heard people say that 2020 is 2012. So, it's this theory going around, and I'm probably going to make a video about it, that since 2012, time has been going faster. I don't know, maybe you guys, the younger people, don't, you probably won't pay it much attention. But since 2012, it seems like every year, like the years go by so quick. It's like this year just started and we're already in July. We're already at the halfway point. So, and Yellowstone Pass new shit. Yeah, it probably will erupt this year. I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, because I wouldn't be surprised if, we're still in 2012, but time is just, the government finds ways to do things without us knowing. And I do believe that, they are in so many ways controlling us and controlling time. Time can be altered. Time only exists on Earth. Time only exists on Earth. It's hard for us to try to, think of things without time, but time only exists on Earth. And in a lot of ways, you can say time does not exist. They put us in jail if we don't take it. No, they won't put us in jail. They won't put us in jail. They'll just find ways to, like I say, try to force it on us or make us get it. If we don't take it, it's gonna have it. It's gonna be some flaws to it, but they're not gonna put us in jail for. I can tell you that. There'll be too many people. The jails are already too full in America if you stay in America. And I don't think nowhere around the world will force a vaccine on you because of the possibility of side effects and things of that sort. Because say they force you to take it and you have bad side effects from it and you die. They don't want to be held accountable for that. Have you heard that? Yeah, I heard about them pushing Juice WRLD album. whenever they release his album, they're gonna release it in a moment where they can distract us from something. And so you gotta watch with the timing with all this stuff, how they push albums back and when they release things. I've learned in the past that a lot of times things are done to keep us distracted. And you know, it could be a law getting passed, it can be anything, but you better believe they're gonna be distracting us from something whenever they release this album. It's getting pushed back for a reason, and it's not the reason they're gonna tell you. Yeah, I tell everybody to be prepared for New World Order. At some point within the next 10 years, I believe a one world government, New World Order will come in place. There'll be one government that runs the world. So basically all the governments will unite and be one government. The coronavirus is only the start of it. I keep telling people, COVID-19 is not the biggest thing to worry about. This is the biggest distraction of them all. But this is a test to see, you know, how the public can handle it, how they can control us. This is a testing. So they're trying to see how they can keep us like if it works, like a virus can keep us stuck in our house and not doing things. They're just trying to see how much they can control us by making us scared of something. They feed off of our fears. These high-end politicians, these elites, they feed off of our fears. And that's why I tell everybody, be prepared for a New World Order and for these elites to really start cracking down on us. And at some point in time, they're going to start trying to put people in concentration camps. They're going to find the reason. I believe, you know, I've even said they're going to release a virus, not COVID-19, but it's going to be a virus that's so serious that when they release it, they're going to use that virus as an excuse. Anybody that gets it, to put you in a concentration camp and keep you there because you have to be quarantined, and they fear that you might be a threat to the public. This virus is not even the biggest. This is just a small fish in the sea. I do believe, you know, a lot of people may think it's crazy and wacky for alien invasion, but I believe aliens are, I tell people all the time, aliens live among us. Whether you want to believe it or not, they've been here and they've been here for a while, guys. But there is something big, you know, we've been seeing a lot of UFO sightings. They actually admitted that aliens, it's so much aliens do exist. At some point, you know, we could be preparing for a big alien invasion. A big one. The government wouldn't tell us because, you know, anytime the government gets aliens, they try to you know, they basically interrogate the aliens, trying to learn the aliens, learn their language. They do so much to try to figure out these aliens. That's what Area 51. I've heard from so many people that worked at Area 51 about how they capture aliens, they do research on them and things like that. At some point, those aliens on planet are gonna wonder, like, where, you know, why haven't they came back, or, you know, what happened, or they're being tortured, and then they're gonna come here like they have been doing. They're gonna keep scoping us out and seeing what they need to see, and then they're gonna invade. Or maybe their home planet is so destroyed that they need a new one. They're gonna looking to take over ours. That's just my thought. Do you think World War II will happen soon after the one? If World War III happens, it will be before the New World Order in the government. Before it becomes one. If anything, it will be, you know, they're trying to start New World Order, and there'll be certain countries that just don't want to do it, and then a war will break out. Those countries will be dominated, and the New World Order will start coming into effect. So just say they decide to plan, oh, we're going to do a New World Order, it's going to be one government. Let's say Russia, China, North Korea, and Australia. We just use Australia. They decide, oh, we don't want to be a part of that. And then you got the United States, the powerhouse, Canada, England, you know, Britain, or whatever, Germany. They're like, no, you are going to be a part of it. If not, you know, United Nations, and you're going to step in, and they're going to, a war starts. And then next thing you know, you have another world war, and just destroying our earth even more. It is a scamdemic, not a pandemic. I like that one. Who played Jumanji? Okay. What happened to Murder Hornet? Murder Hornet, literally just something they tried to throw out there they thought was going to distract us, but it failed. That's nothing to fear. Wouldn't worry about it. Like I said, that was just another distraction that they threw out there to us. But we got to stop jumping on everything we see. That's the issue. They feed on the public jumping on everything. The media tries to change the narrative to what they want it to be. That's the issue. The media controls the narrative too much to where they have us in fear of everything. Whatever they want us to fear, we fear. We have the numbers, we just don't have the brains. And not saying no one's dumb, but we have to outsmart them sometimes. Sometimes we have to make the government scared. We have to make the elite scared. I really want to know what's in Area 51 too. And when I start, making enough money to where I can travel and do my conspiracy videos, I'm gonna travel and blog my conspiracies. Area 51 will be one of the areas I would try to, it's gonna be really hard, but I would try to get inside scooping, or at least, get somebody insider and interview them or whatever. But I definitely that's when I want to find out about Area 51. And I'm telling you, if I get an insider Area 51, I do an interview, I'm telling you guys everything. You guys will get all the inside info. But I will, in the future, when I start making money off of YouTube and things like that, so I would start blogging and traveling, and I would do like a conspiracy blogging, and you guys pretty much get to see it hands-on with me. You'll be there to witness everything, and you'll learn a lot. And I'm gonna make you guys, I'm gonna expose everything as much as I can. I hope nothing happened to me, but hey, if I go out and I know I expose the corrupt governments of the world and the elites of the world, I won't feel bad. I know I did my part, and I know I'll be respected. The government hides so much from us, guys. It's ridiculous. It's not. They try to use it. Oh, you guys are scared. And we don't want to scare the public. No, that's not the case. It's not them worried about scaring us, guys. It's them trying to keep us under control and control the narrative. The less we know, the more they can control us. Put it that way. Do you think this big one is coming? No. I'm not too sure about that. I'll have to, look into that. Not really too sure. I never heard of it, but I wouldn't be surprised if something big is coming that day, guys. But guys, again, I appreciate everybody's support, all my new subscribers. Keep supporting, keep watching my videos. And so what do you think about you have to do to join the Illuminati? So what happens after you join? Illuminati is it's gonna be the last question I answer before I get this in real quick. But I'll probably go live again a little bit later. I'm just pulling up home. I'm gonna probably take a shower when I get on a little bit later. But so the Illuminati looks for anybody who is coming up and at a fast pace. They basically shoot to the top with fame, and they seem vulnerable. They will come to you. And once you join the Illuminati, so you basically, you're gonna get put on a contract. You're gonna sign a contract. A lot of people don't read contracts, so on this contract, you're gonna see where it's going to be places, basically, they're going to tell you how your life is going to go, what you are going to do, and who you're going to be able to associate with, who you're not going to be able to associate with, how you dress. They're going to control everything you do, how you post. You see a lot of YouTubers that have sold their soul and are controlled by the Illuminati can't even post certain videos. You can tell by how their videos changed from when they started to where they're at now. You can't talk about certain people. You can't talk about certain religions. It's just things that are off limits. They basically control your life, and at some point in your life, you're going to have to sacrifice somebody. Of course, as soon as you join the Illuminati, you don't sacrifice somebody right then and there. It probably, sometimes it can take a month, sometimes it can take a year, sometimes it can take 5 years. It's not an immediate sacrifice, but at some point in time, there is going to be a sacrifice. And that's the biggest part of the contract, is when they sacrifice. And then it's a big pedophile ring where you're going to see this, but you can't say anything about it. And a lot of times they will force you to join in on these acts. You'll see people getting sacrificed. You'll see how they kidnap and murder kids. Um, you'll see how it's so much. I can go on for days about the Illuminati, but one day it's gonna get exposed. Anybody that's about to expose it always gets killed or something happens to them guys. But that's just how it works. It's so hard to expose the Illuminati, but to join it is just you pretty much have to be you just got to be somebody that's getting hot, up and coming. Just say Godfrey, I've never joined the Illuminati, so don't say don't think I am or I will. I never will. I'm not a sellout, and I don't care if I don't ever blow up big enough because I don't sell out. You really have to get real big. You have to sell your soul. But just say they see me. I get to where I have 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I'm getting real popular. My videos are doing good. Illuminati's gonna come at me with the contract, and I have the option to say yes or no. If I say no, they may blackmail me, do some things, mess up my career, but I'm letting you guys know now that is them and it's not me. And if you see me blow up even bigger, then that means I sold my soul and I'm getting the fame and fortune I want, making tons of money. That's the Illuminati for you guys. What would they hit us with next? I'm not sure what they will hit us with next. I don't think it's going to be the next virus, but I do believe there's going to be another virus coming that's much bigger than the one that's at hand. But there is something else coming. Not sure what it is, but there definitely is something else coming. I can't wait till that ring is dismantled too, man. Sickening, very sickening. All right, Ray. Appreciate it. I'll see you next live too, man. I'll probably be back on live later tonight, guys. Appreciate all the questions, guys, all the support. Continue it. Help me grow my page, and I'll keep exposing these creeps. And I'll talk to you guys later, all right? I want to try if Hillary dropped dead from health issues. All the child blood she's been drinking. Most of these people are running death. Yeah, I agree with you so much, man. I agree with you 100%. They are using the blood of these kids, and it's very gross, but who's gonna stop them? They have all the people scared. But we'll talk about that on the next live, man. Thank you, guys. Check back in about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and I'll probably be back on live again, guys. Talk to you guys later. Have some more questions for me.